You don't need acres of land to grow strawberries like this. A simple balcony is enough to produce sweet, juicy fruit right from a container. We're going to walk through a 5-step method designed specifically for high-yield cultivation in pots and polybags. To start, you only need 4 items: a pot with excellent drainage, a sharp pair of pruning shears, liquid organic fertilizer, and a natural bug spray. The goal here is strict biological control. We are going to trigger the plant to stop growing messy, tangled vines and start pumping its energy entirely into producing large, sweet berries. Step 1 is setting the environmental baseline. Place your pot where it will get 6 to 10 hours of direct sunlight every day. You'll also need a loose, porous soil mix with a pH right around 5.5 to 7.0. If you skip the sunlight requirement, your fruit will suffer. Without enough light, the plant chemically alters its fruit development, leaving you with pale and misshapen strawberries. Soil density is equally critical. Strawberry plants have extremely shallow root systems. If you use heavy, packed dirt, water pools at the surface, and those fragile roots will rot in a matter of days. Direct sunlight provides the raw fuel for fruit production, while a fast-draining soil mix ensures your plant's roots don't drown trying to absorb it. Step 2 is strategic watering. Because those roots are so close to the surface, the top layer of soil dries out quickly. Water the base of the plant once in the morning and once in the evening to keep that layer consistently moist. But you have to pivot your strategy as the plant matures. When the first flowers appear, intentionally reduce the volume of water you provide. This creates mild water stress, triggering a mechanism called generative growth. When the plant feels a slight restriction in its water supply, it panics and redirects its energy away from growing new foliage, prioritizing reproduction instead. By controlling the water volume, you are directly dictating whether the plant focuses on giving you more leaves or more berries. Step 3 is pruning for power. Start at the base of the plant and clip away any yellow, brown, or damaged leaves. Clearing these out removes decaying organic matter that invites fungal infections. Next, look closely for runners, also known as stolons. These look like long, leafless stems reaching outward, trying to touch the dirt. These runners are biological traps. The plant naturally wants to clone itself by rooting new plants along these stems. Doing so drains massive amounts of energy from the main plant, which directly shrinks the size of your main harvest. Trace the runner back to the main plant and snip it exactly 5 centimeters from the base. This severs the connection and redirects the plant's energy flow. Apply this exact same logic to the fruit clusters. If you spot tiny, malformed runt berries, snip them off right away. Eliminating weak growth consolidates all of the plant's available resources into producing fewer, much larger, and healthier strawberries. Step 4 is feeding. A flowering plant needs fuel, so apply a liquid organic fertilizer directly to the soil once a week. Look at this research abstract analyzing the effects of liquid organic fertilizer on strawberries. Liquid formulations are highly effective because they absorb instantly, delivering nutrients directly into the shallow root system. The data in these tables confirms this. They show that applying precise doses of liquid organic fertilizer correlates to statistically significant increases in both plant height and fruit diameter. This happens because of potassium. Fruit-boosting formulas use potassium to actively transport sugars directly into the fruit. Standard fertilizers often contain high levels of nitrogen, which only encourages excessive leaf growth. Targeted liquid potassium determines whether your plant yields a bland, watery berry or an intensely sweet fruit. Step 5 is natural pest defense. Right before your fruit ripens, pests and diseases will often strike, hiding on the undersides of the leaves. If left alone, insects will rapidly devour the foliage, destroying the plant's ability to photosynthesize. You also face the threat of fungal diseases. In uncontrolled environments, anthracnose rots the berry right on the stem. Since you are going to eat this fruit, skip the harsh chemicals. Instead, deploy natural preventatives like neem oil spray and place yellow sticky traps around the pot. Pest defense is strictly a preventative game. If you wait until physical holes appear in the leaves, the plant is already bleeding critical energy just trying to survive an infestation. These 5 steps form a continuous loop. Optimize your light and drainage, stress the plant with water, prune the runners, feed it liquid potassium, and spray preventatively. Execute that routine, and the result is highly predictable. By aggressively manipulating these environmental factors, you remove the plant's biological choices. You literally force it to produce an incredible harvest. Check your plants for runners right now, and when you clip them off, click over to our next video to learn how to propagate those runners into a continuous supply of free plants.